All right, finally something more positive. Because the last two videos I react to, there wasn't really anything positive going on. I guess this has been a slow week, but how LeBron turned into a role player. Let's go.
I'm going to show you two clips from the Lakers' last game, and I wonder if you can see what I'm seeing.
Tonight, Reeves trying to add to that total.
As I was watching this game, it struck me. LeBron is playing like a role player out here. I mean, just check the entire start of this game. He just spends most of his time standing in the corner, while Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are the primary engines to the Lakers' offense. Of course, he missed the first 14 games of the season, while the Lakers were solidifying their offensive attack. And it's incumbent upon LeBron to figure out a way to blend into this group since he was already working so well before his return. But it's also clear that since he's been back, the impact has been profound.
That's what a lot of people was afraid of, is that would Reeves get less, minutes on the ball? You know what I'm saying? Would his scoring go down? Would, Luka's scoring go down? I thought Luka was going to go from averaging 40 to 35 points down back to about 25, 27 points, but Luka's still doing his thing as if it's his whole team by himself. So I think that the way how LeBron is doing, smoothly transitioning back in with the team's flow instead of getting rid of it, why mess something up that's working, right? So I think this is good.
While it is a small sample size, he's already cutting way more than he normally does off the ball. And it's really nice when you have one of the best passers of all time finding you. LeBron is essentially playing like a center in the 90s out here, setting the slice screen for Rui on the baseline, as Luka knows instantly that there's a size mismatch, and LeBron is going to need to start bringing his hard hat and lunch pail with him to work. He almost destroyed the internet when, in the scramble after the offensive board, he finds an open runaway for this cut, but Reeves leaves the lob woefully short. God damn it.
Oh my God, that would have been crazy.
It is that JJ Redick has got LeBron screening off ball as much as he is doing. We're talking about LeBron James here. He's never had much use for trying to get his teammates open by getting all that defender sweat on him. He was the guy isolating, creating advantages, and then firing lasers across the court for open shots. Now he's sprinting to the corner like a spot-up specialist, and then into this great called play where he flare screens for the shooter to the corner. Luka knows he can wait a beat on the Vincent pass to see if LeBron's man bites on the flare, and that's all it takes to get him cutting to the heart of the lane for the strong finish and one. The more off-ball screens he sets, the more open he'll be when he cuts.
That's a smart idea too. Good place.
For more context, just look at the analytics of LeBron's cut frequency. It's already significantly higher than any other time in his career, and there are no signs that this will change the rest of the season. With Luka as the head of the snake, he instantly creates a defensive focus out top, as Kawhi jumps at him to get it out of his hands. Now the defense is completely out of position, as it's Reeves who is intentionally in the corner to make something happen. Once he turns all 5 defenders' heads, LeBron exploits the gap, Reeves throws a beauty of a flip lead pass, and it took the ridiculously large hands and instincts of Kawhi Leonard to somehow break up what would have been a serious highlight. To see LeBron come off a pin down and be the first of a double ball screen is the stuff we only see non-ball handling bigs do. And one of these days, they're going to catch a lesser defender on the high side of this switch, and Luka will put the bounce pass perfectly in place for a monster dunk. But instead, LeBron is left to spot up on that left wing and watch the new master go to work, even if this was the only shot that didn't work all night for Luka. They will throw him a bone every now and then by making him the ball handler in the pick and roll.
But so my bad. LeBron James is a good playmaker when he decides to. I think right now, what he's trying to do is preserve his body, not having too much impact, be smart about it, them working him into the offense. Why, in the beginning of the, season, have him do a lot more than he needs to. I think they're trying to preserve him more. We should see him turn up just a little bit more in the playoffs. Right now, you got 2 guys who's able to carry it, and if he needs to turn up, he'll turn up and drop 25 points. But LeBron, right now, he's on cruise control. That's it. He's been doing this stuff for years. So he's finally able to cruise down, calm down, and go on cruise control and let the other guys do the heavy lifting, and then he goes around and clean up.
Where I was surprised to see both Doncic and Reeves on the floor for this one, but it gives LeBron and Hayes more room, as you can see how terrified Chris Dunn is of leaving Reeves on the weak side, allowing the easy lob and dunk to unfold. And they'll also give him the spotlight down low in the post on occasion as well. And while this is a nice pass on the cut from Rui, it requires a distinct lack of focus from John Collins on the weak side. And JJ isn't satisfied with just letting him ISO out of the post-up, creating some action with the flare screen into ball screen, which forces a switch, and I don't remember the last time I saw LeBron hop into a midi like this as the ball swishes clean through.
Yes.
What makes this all work is the way Luka and LeBron can communicate with each other in an almost unspoken language, as these two carve up the defenses with their passing. And it's the same kind of communication you'll get with today's sponsor, Mint Mobile.
I'm going to go ahead and fast track that. Shout out to his sponsorship. Hit that like button, guys. Also, we'll have his video in the description, as I always do for all the videos I react to. Anyways, just keep going.
Inside of him, the undeniable freight train that requires a foul to stop him. He doesn't get up as high as he used to, but he's still going to be an elite finisher at the rim at speed. LeBron has the green light for whatever shot he wants on the fast break, and he's been a much better three-point shooter the past couple of seasons, demonstrating one of my cheat codes when I work with shooters, incorporating the dip off the dribble in order to generate proper and optimal rhythm on the shot. But we'll also see him play the trailing big man role in the Lakers' transition attack, just like the role player who feeds off the stars to find open shots along the perimeter. Or filling a lane as a cutter again, as it's Reeves putting pressure on the Clippers, and LeBron turns the nice cut into the lane into a superstar turnaround hanging jumper. And
I like how they're using his size to where he doesn't have to run it as a point guard, where he can literally use his size to kind of be more posting up inside of the, inside the post, setting screens, different things like that. Utilize him from other aspects because he still have incredibly raw strength for his age, and he can power through a lot of these players, especially if it's a mismatch.
Mindless of his roots, the possession then resets into the familiar ISO we've been accustomed to seeing, but instead of just clearing out against fellow old head Kawhi Leonard, they send an inside ball screen to get in the advantage. And he takes that advantage of the slower moving Zubats across the lane to find another superstar shot, the heavily contested turnaround fadeaway from 13 feet. And don't forget, the break is where we'll see his tremendous vision as he's constantly scanning the floor for an open teammate. The hard-in reach invites the behind the back, and once the Ravia's man has to rotate to stop the ball, he fills that open spot, and LeBron hits him with a no-look pass to get the easy finish. And the Lakers will probably lead the league in 50-foot passes on the break when you have LeBron casually flipping this ball to the open Reeves for the layup. And then
that was
will
nice.
do this routinely as well, oftentimes to LeBron himself. But back in the half court, it's remarkable to see how he's adjusted his game 20 years in to be a complementary part of their offense. Content to stand in the corner and watch Luka go to work. Or on the left wing, being a spot-up threat and trying to help Luka's shot go in the basket with a little body language. While playing out of the high post isn't necessarily a position for a role player, they'll put their center Hayes in the corner and then have LeBron setting multiple off-ball screens. And a nice wrinkle, instead of this pin down for Reeves, they flip it into a flare screen to get him a catch against the much smaller Chris Paul, getting right to the hoop, but this pass gets deflected. Even when they play through him on that elbow, he's more than willing to flow into a corner ball screen for Reeves and then take his place in the corner as a spectator for what is becoming more and more common. And
I think his screens could be a little bit better, but that's fine because they swapped. You saw how he swapped instantly to Reeves, so that's fine.
Reeves' isolation drive into a superstar shot of his own. And I'm hoping we see more roll man opportunities for him. Despite the outcome of this play, you can see the possibilities as his gravity will still bend the rotation defenders out of shape. If he adds a dribble to the basket, it's a little dime to the cutter out of the corner. While we could argue LeBron has to let the offense do more of the work for him at this stage of his career, it's also going to make it easier for him to conserve energy as he runs off this pin down into a little elbow jumper instead of the intense multi-dribble isos with defenders leaning and pushing him all over the place. Here's another cut off a weak side screen to get open and then turn it into a Hayes ball screen. These quick attacks off the catch are going to get him downhill a lot easier, where he displays the nice lefty floater off the glass. And in the tight game towards the end of the second quarter, after Luka bent the defense out of shape a little bit, I could guarantee this catch would have turned into an attack by LeBron out top. But now he makes a simple one more pass to the open Maxi Kleber for the wide open 3-point shot.
Sheesh. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. That was just a horrible three.
On this play, he doesn't even look at the basket, just happy to be a cog in the machine to keep the ball moving, throwing a go screen in order to force a switch before heading off to that familiar weak side corner, and watch Austin Reeves do more work on John Collins for the layup. The beauty of this situation is that all the energy he conserves throughout the game as a role player means they can give him some flowers to start the fourth, while Luka gets a nice long rest for over 4 minutes.
Yep.
This will be the one chance we get to see the old LeBron, who controls the entire possession, forces the rotation, and dumps it off to Hayes for an assist. And they've got two of the best passers in the NBA, so everyone benefits when we see crazy stuff like this 20-foot backhanded bounce pass between two defenders that somehow got to Reeves for the spin and easy finish. While the Lakers were going great before LeBron got back, you can see how much his presence has added to the analytics.
Yes.
Of course, this is what happens
with any a good leader that has veteran status, and has also won championships. Yes, he should be making the team far better than subtracting it. He's not nobody. He's LeBron James. He's, whether you hate him or not, you can't not acknowledge that the guy has been through the ringers and has a lot of experience, years on the court, and he can find ways to make the team better.
Happens when you get to play the Jazz twice and then the Clippers, and they don't get tested until they play at home on December 1st against the Suns, and keep your eye on the Christmas Day game versus the Rockets.
All right, I think that's about it. We're gonna wrap it up, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you've been watching my videos. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for tuning in. I got a lot more things that I plan on doing. See you on the next one. Peace.